Morning Marshfield. I'm Rachel Andrews, Executive Director of the Marshfield Area Chamber of Commerce.
And I'm Rob Jones, President of the Marshfield Area Chamber of Commerce.
Tomorrow is the 4th of July.
Is it really?
I cannot believe it's here.
Is that a big deal?
In this town it is. It's huge.
Yeah.
It's a huge day for us tomorrow.
Which we're going to dedicate a lot of this show is just going to be talking about 4th of July, what's going on, trying to answer all the questions we see here in field and go from there. But first, let's talk about sponsors. How's that?
Absolutely. We could not do this show without our sponsors. So a huge thank you to Marshfield Chevrolet, Las Cozelas, and Whispering Oaks Golf Course for making this show happen.
And
thank you.
Las Cozelas is our home base.
It is. And we get to join them just about every week.
That's right.
And find out what's going on new with them and just in general. So,
which they've been real busy with the new store in Ozarks.
Yes.
I'm sure they're running 24 hours, 7 days a week.
I did see that they are closed tomorrow.
Yes.
So they get to enjoy some much needed time off. So
better be at the parade, right?
Yes, they had better be at the parade.
Well, they always have like a float or something in the parade. I guess it's old cars, right?
That's what it is. That's what it is. Yes. I hope they bring her dad's car.
Oh, yeah, me too.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
That Woody truck.
Yes.
So we're making a demand, right?
Yes. Bob Hopkins.
we want to see that car.
Your vehicle in the
truck,
parade
car,
tomorrow.
Whatever we're going to call it.
I don't remember what it is, but it's beautiful. We want to see it in the parade tomorrow.
All right. Hey, let's talk about the Lunkers.
Yes. It's next weekend.
Yes.
I can't believe that's almost here as well.
Right. And I think we're going to start off here. We got actually a little video so we can show people what the Lunkers really is, because we still get the questions.
We still get the question, what is it?
We talk about arena football and folks just don't still understand.
So we've got a little video for you to check out to see how exciting it's going to be.
Right. So that ought to give folks an opportunity to see that.
And we did have, I know I've at least had one person ask or assume that it's outside.
No.
Because it is football, but it's not. It
indoors.
Is indoors and it is air conditioned. So if you're on the fence about whether or not you want to join us that night, it is air conditioned. So hopefully that can make you feel a little bit easier about coming out. Fast and furious, basically football in a hockey rink. How's that? I think that when Robert and Stacy were here, that they said that it's not like a low scoring game.
No.
It's like a high scoring. And
I've been to one.
Have you?
So, the score's like 60-50.
Oh,
so there's
lots of stuff going on.
Always running, always a lot of action. And so with that, we ought to acknowledge
absolutely.
Gray Oak Investments. Yes. And Robert DeVore.
Yes.
Thank you for sponsoring Marshfield Night.
Absolutely.
At the Lunkers.
And should we give away some tickets?
Sure. We have plenty to give,
We do have plenty of tickets to give away. Comment Lunkers if you would like to be entered for a chance to win those tickets. And we will probably draw the first part of next week.
Yeah, Monday.
Yeah. Give some tickets away.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right.
Let's talk about again, just make sure people understand where the chamber's moving. How's that?
So we are officially in our new building at 222A South Crittenton. We are at the four-way stop. If you've been in Marshfield a while, you would know that building as the home corner, or most recently, it's been Jackson Hewitt.
Right.
So we are in our building. I wouldn't say we're settled in just yet. We've had a busy
It's a mess,
June.
right?
It is a mess. So,
everything's in the building, just not put away.
And if you come to see the new office, I might just put you to work to help me get it organized.
So what we're going to do is we're going to get some graphics. And I know Sign Effects is working with you on that. We'll get some graphics on the windows so people know who we are and where we are. Once we get all that done, everything put away, then we hope to have an open house.
Yes.
We're talking about maybe having somebody like Pineapple Whip or somebody, right? Come in. Get whipped.
Yes.
With Pineapple Whips.
Food is my favorite.
Right. So we're talking about having them come in. We'll do a grand opening. Let folks come see where we're at and what's going on.
It's beautiful. It is a gorgeous space. So
it's a perfect location for the chamber. It really is.
It is. So we're excited to be there.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, and we've kind of been growing fast Fast. How's that? Let's talk about new members here for a while.
So it's been a minute since we've recognized our new members.
A couple weeks.
And so when I went to put this together, I was just amazed that we have several new members, and some of them we have mentioned quite a bit on the show, but they're still new.
That's right.
So we'd like to say a huge thank you to White Hart Renaissance Fair. We just had their ribbon cutting recently.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Right. And they're now officially done. Their 3-week run's over.
And also Gray Oak Investments is a new member.
Who sponsors the Lunkers.
Yes.
And again, we can't thank them enough for that.
Absolutely. Midwest Land Group. And they will be set up on the square tomorrow.
Good.
So if you're interested in learning more about Midwest Land Group, just check them out tomorrow on the square. And so will Tin Lizzie's tonic truck. Matt will be there with his tonic truck, and he's no stranger to Marshfield, but he is a new member to the chamber. Ozarks Concession will also be on the square tomorrow. And do you know they serve alligator?
I know you said that the other day.
They were at the Cherry Blossom Festival, and I wasn't brave enough to try the alligator, and I'm not sure I'll do that tomorrow either. But
you have to try it.
I don't know about that.
There's a place over in Oklahoma where we used to stop and eat, and they had alligator.
How about you try it and let me know how it is?
All right. I can tell you it's good. At least it's what I've had.
I'm not very adventurous at all. And Drips and Dreams is new to the chamber as well, and I'm excited about that one. She's local.
Right.
And so she's new to the chamber, and she will be set up tomorrow on the square as well.
And their trailer normally is out near Walmart.
Yes. So we've got tons of new members.
Are they going to have their biscuits and gravy?
I don't know. She's not said.
We'll have to ask, won't we?
We will. There's going to be so much food tomorrow. Oh, my goodness.
All right.
That is one thing we're not lacking tomorrow, but we'll get to that later.
That's right.
All right. So Anchor Point Development is a new member, and I think you know them better than I do.
Yes. And particularly Kelly, who we've worked with, and actually Kelly's worked with this group here at Las Casuelas. She's moved over to work with her husband, and they do siding, roofing. Probably really busy with all the hail and all that we've had going on in the last week.
Did you say they do roofing?
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful to know.
So, great opportunity, and we're glad to have them on board. They were at our last networking event.
Yes, she was one we were able to pick up at our last networking.
Right. Yeah,
so that's awesome. Another one that will be at the fair, or at the parade tomorrow, is Concessions at Shook Farms. That's Verona Shook. She is no stranger to our events either. So she'll be set up tomorrow right beside Drips and Dreams. And then another one that will be there tomorrow is the Well Church. I'm excited about that one. They're another local one. And they'll be there tomorrow. And I'm just excited to have them on board as a new chamber member.
And at some point, we're going to need to talk about their new construction, aren't we?
Yes. Maybe they'll let us come back after that Aldi video.
There you go. Yeah. Maybe not. Right.
I don't know. And also, we are excited to have the Marshfield Public School Foundation on board as one of our newer chamber members as well. We'll talk a little bit more about them in our flyer section, but they do the 5K fun run, and they also do the thing at Christmas time.
Well, and I think they do some of the fish fries too on Friday nights.
Part of the money goes to that too.
I think there's some dedicated fish fries.
I bet you're right.
That are to that Public Schools Foundation, I believe.
Yeah. So we're excited to have them. And then Melton Bookkeeping and Accounting is new to the chamber as well. So we just have a ton of new members.
So we need another list like this in 2 weeks, right?
We absolutely do.
Okay.
We are so thankful for our new members. We're thankful for all of our members.
Absolutely.
We couldn't do any of this without them. So thank you. Thank you.
Just keeps growing. And
I know.
As people come into town and get acquainted and they start seeing voids. I mean, we've with Tackett going out of town, I mean, that's no secret there. We've been able to pick up Mike Kessler and Associates and now Melton Bookkeeping to help fill the void there. Great opportunities.
And I talked to Deborah from H&R Block recently, and so I think she's seeing some
traffic pickup
from Tackett moving away. So Okay. So I'm glad that we've got places for our members to go to.
Well, and we say, I mean, there's still a lot of opportunities here. There's still a lot of it's underserved community.
Yes.
And our reach around Webster County. So that's great. All right, let's go to a commercial break. Okay. How's that?
All right, sounds good. Oh, we forgot Ruth. How could we forget Ruth? Oh, my goodness.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Well, we might have forgot to mention, but I'm sure you have not forgot the roses or the beautiful flowers, per se, that Ruth's Flowers sent over this morning. Aren't they gorgeous?
And what this is obviously Independence Day design, right?
Yes.
So Beautiful arrangement. Thank you for supplying
Sue, and the girls, Sandy. And the girls, we really appreciate it very much so. Do you think maybe we should go to a commercial now?
No, let's try it. How's that?
We'll see you in a minute.
In a minute and a half.
A minute and a half, okay.
Welcome to Whispering Oaks Golf Course, located in Marshfield, Missouri, alongside historic Route 66. From the clubhouse to the grounds and to the course, our members and the community take pride in this wonderful course. So when you are ready to tee it up and play some golf, come make Whispering Oaks your golf course destination. You will be glad you came, and as always, have a great day.
And we're back. And we saw all the Corvettes on there. Sounded like last week they had a very successful sale at Marshfield Chevrolet.
They did.
Busy, including Rachel. Rachel and John bought a car as well last week.
We did not get the Tahoe, but we did come away with a Jeep Grand Cherokee. And my most favorite part is the panoramic sunroof? Moonroof? I don't know. But it is beautiful, and it is not mine. It's John's daily driver.
So, Chase, you finally got her. They've been talking about this for about a year.
For a long time. And Saturday morning, John woke up, and he decided that today was the day.
Yeah. We were moving the office.
Yeah.
And while we were moving stuff, breaks in between, he was up at the dealership, wheeling and dealing.
He was really serious about doing that.
I didn't either.
Because we talk about vehicles all the time. But he decided Saturday he was pulling the trigger. And so we came out with a Jeep Grand Cherokee. But don't you worry, Ruby Merle is still around because she's my daily driver. And I've already named the new one Lucy.
All right. Let's get back on topic here. Sorry, I took us off track there. Okay. How about introducing our guests?
So we are excited to have Linda Dickinson join us this morning and Kevin Cantrell. We're going to talk about the parade, all things parade related, and a little bit on the fair, because we can't forget it, because there's a lot going on in Marshfield this weekend.
So tell us a little bit. Linda, how about you again? I know you've been with us before. Tell a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Linda Dickinson. Maiden name is Roast, so been here forever. I'm the director at the Webster County History Museum, and work with the chamber, work with Cherry Blossom Festival, and work on too many things.
You're on a lot of things.
But I love the community. I mean,
yes.
This is,
you are very community minded.
Yeah, it's home.
So before we get too far, I hope this is okay. I want to know what
I'm going to stop you, right?
I want to know what your favorite 4th of July Marshfield memory is.
When I think about the 4th, of course, you always think about the parade.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite things to do every year is after the parade to drive around and see all the cars at the different homes, because family and friends are getting together.
Yes.
And I love that because that's really what it's about. It's about the community, about bringing your family and your friends in and celebrating with them. But that's probably, if I had to pick one thing.
I love it.
Be it.
I love it. I love it. That's awesome. And I love seeing that too, because everywhere you go in Marshfield after the parade, there's vehicles everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's just, I love it.
And we can't fail to acknowledge Linda was a key reason to help get George Bush in here years and years and years ago.
Yeah.
Well, actually not a reason that he came, but I worked on that. I mean, they contacted us, and John Thompson man, he's the one that was the cornerstone of that.
Yes.
And then he pulled a few of us in. And
we got to visit with him a little bit about that earlier or I guess it was awesome. Late last year. We were visiting with him a little bit about that. And I love to hear the story of how all that came, how that came to fruition. But it's incredible. Yesterday I was scrolling through Facebook and Natalie Nunn was talking about, she said she was 6 years old when that, and it's just incredible. Kevin, you probably were what? Maybe 13? When Bush came?
91. So I was 12 or 13.
Yeah.
So Kevin, tell a little bit about who you are and what you do. Again, you wear a lot of hats.
Yes. I'm not sure anybody in this town doesn't know who you are.
I was born and raised in Marshfield, Missouri, and my name's Kevin Cantrell. And I work at Marshfield Lumber and Supply, and I've been part of the Marshfield Lions Club and the Fair Board, and on the Chamber Board right now, and we'll be going off in October.
What?
And my fondest 4th of July memory is probably the President Bush. So
yeah,
I mean, it was quite a time in our town.
It was. Yeah.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Yeah. Absolutely. So, all right. Let's talk about then. Let's talk about the 4th of July parade. How about that? We've got the graphic. Let's throw it up here. In
which graphic are we going with?
Your 4th of July parade.
Oh, this
right there.
One,
yeah, in front of you. Yes.
Yeah. So it's tomorrow. It's tomorrow, and it's going to kick off at 10 o'clock at Locust and Washington with a ribbon cutting. And from there, it will move up Washington Street, go around the square, and take off at Madison. And it will end at Madison.
And so let's talk about some of the basic questions we get. Where do you line up?
Lineup will be around the school. What I know as upper and lower elementary, I think it's Hubble and Webster now. In that area. And then we also use, you know this better than I do, Linda, because you're down there.
That's okay.
Junior high area.
Yeah.
Lutheran church area.
Lutheran church area has, which we want to really say a big thank you to the Lutheran church because they open their doors so that there's restrooms. If you've got a little hot, you can go in there and
they have snacks.
Down, and they do have snacks.
They do have snacks. So I might have to run down there.
But you have to enter. You go around the school and enter from the backside. And we line up down along the roads along the school.
And those that have registered, I'll be sending out an email a little bit later today, and that will tell you where to go. So please, if you have not registered yet, please register. And I'll have the link in the description box a little bit later so that if you haven't had a chance to register, it doesn't cost you anything, but it helps us with logistics. When I left yesterday, Linda, there were 142 parade registrants.
Awesome.
Compared to how many last year?
Last year was 133. So
we're
it's not even a political year, and we have more people registered, which I think is incredible.
I do too. I think it's wonderful.
Just continues to grow.
It does, and I'm excited. I think it'll be a good day. I don't think the weather is going to be
84 or 85 degrees. Right?
Yeah, so I think it's going to be fun.
It'll be hot, but it's the 4th of July.
Right. We expect it to be hot. We do expect it to be hot.
Yeah. And so who's the Grand Marshal?
Well, Mary Jean Eisenhower, who is the granddaughter of President Dwight D. Eisenhower, will be our Grand Marshal this year. And I'm so excited. I'm excited to see her. She's no stranger to the Marshfield area. She's here at least once a year. Usually she comes a couple times of the year. So she will be arriving today sometime. And
she'd actually requested, I think, right, to be a part of this.
She did last year. She wanted to be a part of it, but I'm not for sure what happened. Some health issues didn't allow her to join us last year. But we even had a banner made for her last year. So we didn't get to use it this year. We're going to get to use it this year. Right. So we are excited to welcome Mary Jean to our parade. I think it'll be the first time that she's been able to be here for the parade. Yeah. So I think she's excited about it. I know we are.
Yes.
So it'll be a good time.
And how many years now for this?
How many years, Linda?
A whole bunch. 146.
Yes. This will be the 146th parade celebration.
Yes. So people have asked about that. There have been years that we haven't had a formal parade. There was years that we had young men that said, yeah, we're going to continue this.
Yeah.
And so they kind of paraded down to get some family members and some pretty girls, I think is the way the Marshfield Mail reads.
I love it.
And they've had fireworks, but no parade, and just horse shows. But there has been a continual celebration. Actually, probably longer than that. We think at least back to 1877. Wow. So, but officially, we've just gone to 1880, which was the year
of the cyclone.
Yeah.
So the cyclone was in April, and they had the first celebration in July.
Well, a celebration. Like I said, I think it started at least by 1877, if not before. Yeah.
I love that it was so important even back then.
Yes.
And you talk to anybody in this town, and like the 4th of July is so important. It's so important to all of us in this town. And I love it because people come home.
Yeah.
Like people from out of town. I think of like Claude and Lee Fields, who were here for years. They're in Marshall now, and they usually come home for the 4th of July.
Yeah,
so many like that just come home for the 4th of July.
But also, Kevin, let's talk a little bit about the fair. What's going on at the fair tonight?
This will be our first night of the rodeo. We'll have a 2-night rodeo, and tomorrow night the chamber does the fireworks down at the rodeo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's always a good time. They always put on a
the arena's set. They came in about 1:00 this morning.
Good.
Well, we were on the square last night setting up or getting things marked off, and we saw trucks and tractors just flooding in from all over the area.
We was trying to make some noise last night.
So the tractor pulls were last night. And it was a great success then.
Yep.
So,
and the weather's perfect.
It's been a good turnout so far. I mean, we've had good first 2 nights of the fair, and we always say that's the ones it's a gamble. The last 3, they're going to come.
Yeah.
Right.
With the fireworks and the rodeos and all that we have going on.
And the rodeo is usually a pretty big hit in Marshfield.
So,
yeah.
Hey, should we throw up the parade route slide one time and let's just kind of make sure people see it. It's out there and they can come back later and look at it if they don't know.
Yes, and we do have it posted on our Facebook page as well.
And other people have shared it as well. So
if you miss it on today's show, you can go back and scroll. I think it's been within the last week that we've posted the parade route. So as we mentioned earlier, it's going to start at the intersection of Washington and Locust with a ribbon cutting.
The formal start. They'll be lining up back at the school.
They'll line up at the school and actually come down Locust.
Yes.
So people along Locust, they get to enjoy the parade in the cooler part of the day because they get to watch it as it starts lining up down there.
So it'll go from Washington and Locust and go up Washington towards the square. It'll hit the square at Washington and Crittenton.
Might mention that the bicycles.
Oh, that's right.
They will actually meet there at the health unit.
At the health unit.
And they will be just a little ahead of the parade. And they will also be starting at 10. So the people on the square will actually have a starting at 10.
Right.
And the reason we did that was because their little legs just can't. They just can't.
No,
they can't. So, well, and it keeps them away from the vehicles and everything. So there's not such a danger there.
Yeah.
And I know the questions are out there. What about throwing candy?
So the committee made the decision this year to ask, we don't, go ahead.
Well, it actually wasn't just this year. Back when I was, even when President Bush came in before then, we've always asked people not to throw it from their vehicles.
Yeah.
They can walk the walkers or you can toss it, but don't throw it, and don't throw it from inside your vehicle. Nobody can throw enough out of a vehicle to make it safely for the people
and
that get the candy.
Like the main reason is safety.
It is.
I mean,
you don't want the kids running out in front of the cars trying to get candy.
Yeah.
But we know it's going to happen. People are going to be on the floats. They're going to be in their trucks and cars, right? They're going to be throwing the stuff out.
We really ask that you have walkers. And please don't just stop your vehicle and throw and get out and hand the candy there.
No, don't bog the parade down either.
Please don't do that either. But have walkers. We really, it's only a safety reason. We're not trying to be Grinches at all. It's a safety thing. And I know all of us worked the Christmas parade, and there was more than one occasion where kids would dart in front of a vehicle, and we would have to, and that's the only reason we're doing it. So please help us. Please just walk along the floats or just walk in the parade and toss that candy. It just helps us.
Right.
Like, nobody wants to see anybody get hurt.
And parents got to keep an eye on your kids too, right?
Please, parents, guardians, aunts, uncles, just keep an eye on those kids. Even if it's not your kid, you see them getting in the way, just back them up. There's not anybody that's not going to, they would very much appreciate that. So.
All right. Thank you for coming, Kevin, Linda. Talked about the parade and the fair.
Did we miss anything?
Well,
I'm sure
I think there's 9 million questions to people, but all the answers are out there on our Facebook page or somewhere.
Yeah.
So let's go to a quick commercial break. Perfect. We'll come back and wrap up. How's that?
All right, sounds good. We'll see you in a minute.
Welcome to Whispering Oaks Golf Course, located in Marshfield, Missouri, alongside historic Route 66. From the clubhouse to the grounds and to the course, our members and the community take pride in this wonderful course. So when you are ready to tee it up and play some golf, come make Whispering Oaks your golf course destination. You will be glad you came, and as always, have a great day.
I'll get you. All right, and we're back. Hey, one of the things we wanted to follow up on, we didn't mention, let's talk real quickly about the show, after the show, if you will, at the parade, the afternoon event.
So after the parade is over, come to the west side of the square. Is that right? The west side of the square. And we'll have a little bit of a program and a watermelon eating contest. So I think that'll be fun. Well, you're part of it too. Did you know that?
Not eating.
Oh, maybe not that.
I was last year. Yes. I was serving. No, we had last year like a 12-year-old boy came in and won the watermelon contest against state officials and all that.
Right. So, I'm sorry, Ryan.
Oh, sorry. So we have that going on, and and even it's not part of technically our show, but 8:00 tomorrow morning, you actually have the Little Miss and Little Mr. Rodeo. So things start at 8:00.
Yeah.
So come down early.
A lot going on.
Do that. I know the Masonic Lodge actually has a breakfast too that they can go down to if they come to the square.
You will not go hungry.
That's right.
If you come to the parade tomorrow.
And we need to see if Drips and Dreams going to have their biscuits and gravy, right?
Yeah.
So
we'll have on the program, we'll have
the reading of the Declaration of Independence, not the whole thing.
Just an abbreviated version. And we'll have the national anthem, and then we've got a quartet singing God Bless America, and then
the watermelon
eating contest. There's not a ton because we know it's going to be hot, and you're going.
And we had plenty of leftover watermelon. It got passed out around the crowd. Last year we were out peddling watermelon, giving it away.
10 watermelon yesterday.
Oh boy.
Now they're a little on the smaller side,
okay.
But
good.
I think it'll be fun.
All
I'm
right.
not going to eat it.
No.
Let's move on to our kind of close out of this deal. Let's talk again one last time about the Lunkers Night at Marshfield.
Yes, please get this on your calendar. It's next Saturday, July the 12th. If you are interested in tickets, please reach out to the chamber. You can call the chamber, email us, whatever, and I'm happy to set you up with some tickets.
Yeah, and we're hoping to have about 100 people there, and I think we're maybe up to about 70 or something signed up now, so that's great.
So please give us a call or just reach out to me.
Thank you
to Robert DeVore and Gray Oak Investments for making Marshfield Night at the Ozarks Lunkers possible.
All right.
We appreciate you.
Okay, we talked about the school foundation. What do they have coming up?
So the Marshfield Public School Foundation has their fun run on Saturday. So after you've eaten all the goodies on Friday, you can run them off Saturday morning at the fun run. And it's just a fun run.
Right.
So if you can't run it like me, you can walk
fun
it.
Walk, fun crawl.
Yeah, that's right. So it's going to benefit the Public School Foundation, and we know that they're doing good work.
Right.
So,
and it starts early, right?
Yes, it starts at 8 o'clock. So actually, the fun run starts at 8 o'clock, so you're going to need to check in at 7.
Right.
So just go over to the junior high cafeteria, and they will get you all taken care of. And it's only $25 to do the 1 mile walk, or just $10 more and do the 5K. So, and you're helping a good cause.
Yes, for the Public School Foundation.
Absolutely.
All right. So what if folks want to join the chamber again? We've had some great success in the last couple of weeks, but we want to keep going.
Absolutely. So if you are interested in joining the Marshfield Chamber, just head on over to our website, and I will also have that link in the description box a bit later. If you have questions about joining the chamber, please reach out. We're happy to answer any of those questions as well. And we are growing, and we're loving it.
Oh, yeah. New people every
all
week.
The time.
And just seems like every time we stop somewhere, we sign up a new member. Right?
And I love it.
Okay. So, how about our next show?
Our next show will be...
Are we actually going to take next week off, right?
I don't know.
So that's what, we're going to take next week off.
I'm assuming that would be July 18th.
Yes.
Is it? Okay. Mm-hmm. My math isn't the greatest, but...
Or 17th.
Is it the 17th?
17th. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's 17th?
Today's the 3rd. That's 14.
It'll be 2 weeks from today. Whatever that day is, it'll be 2 weeks from today, because we're not going to have a show next week.
Are there any remedial math classes still open at the school that we can get Rachel into this summer? How's that? Okay.
Did we do it?
Yeah. No, let's talk about past episodes.
Oh, okay. Well, apparently I'm not with it this morning. If you missed an episode of Good Morning Marshfield, or maybe you want to revisit an episode of Good Morning Marshfield, just head on over to our website, discovermarshfield.com, go to that blog section, and we'll have a link there for you to rewatch or watch the show. We have a good time most of the time.
Right.
We give each other fits.
One of us is causing the other's fits.
Yes.
I don't know how that's.
Yeah.
We'll let you figure out who that is.
As much as I give it, so I'm good.
And let's close one more time with our sponsors again.
Absolutely.
Right? Please?
Absolutely. We could not do this show without our sponsors. So thank you to Whispering Oaks Golf Course, Las Coazelas, as well as Marshfield Chevrolet. Thank you so much for your support. We couldn't do this show without you. All right.
Kevin, Linda, thank you again for coming.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having us.
And go back, get some sleep tonight. Long day ahead of us tomorrow, working the parade. We actually show up at 6 o'clock in the morning, start getting things set up. And
listen, but
it's got a long night tonight.
I know.
We got out last night at 12:30.
Did you? So you'll sleep 3 hours or something tonight?
I slept about 4:45 this morning.
Oh my goodness. Well, we've already got our schedule kind of sort of laid out for tomorrow. We have to be at the square at 6 o'clock, but in the schedule, it says 7 o'clock is breakfast.
We do have big night with the special guest this year or tonight.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Yes, please mention it.
Yes.
Josh Hawley's and family is supposed to be in attendance tonight.
Yeah.
At the fair.
At the fair.
Be good.
So head on over to the fair tonight, and as Kevin just mentioned, Josh Hawley and his family will be there.
And just put a lasso on him and tell him he's got to stay one more day.
Yeah.
How's that? He was in a parade last year.
Yeah. See if we can rope him into staying for tomorrow as well.
So
that's pretty cool.
All right.
To get him. Yeah.
What do you say we get off here?
Yeah. All right, guys. Happy 4th of July. We will see you again in 2 weeks. Bye.